5 things you must do with your puppy before it's too late. First thing you must do is you need to crate and potty train your dog. This is what stops accidents at 3 a.m., whining when you leave, destroyed furniture, and feeling like you can't live your life anymore. So the easiest way to do it is to make sure to potty them on a schedule. Basically, they're in a crate from 1 to 3 hours at a time. Then you let them out to potty. Then they can play, hang out, or train, and repeat that throughout the day. Because if they can't be alone or they're always making a mess, you're gonna have a really challenging time with your dog. And number 2, you need to socialize your dog. So if you don't wanna be the neighbor with the dog that's losing its mind, pulling and barking at people and dogs, make sure you do this one. So a common misconception that people think is that their dog needs to meet and greet a bunch of people and dogs, which is far from the truth. If you do this, your dog is going to be overexcited whenever they see people and dogs, and they will become that dog that lunges and barks at people and dogs. So if you want to do this correctly, make sure you expose your dog around people and dogs without having them interact. Another common mistake that people miss is they don't teach their puppy to be calm. People think you just need to exercise your dog so they're exhausted, but that is not a trained puppy. They're just temporarily quiet. All right, and I know it's very exciting when you have a new puppy, but your dog does need to learn how to chill out. So make sure that you reward calm moments, have them practice doing nothing, and don't overexcite them every single time you come home, and make sure your guests also don't do that. The more people that ignore your dog, the better. Now, if you really want to get the most bang for your buck, you need to use your food for training. Now, if you want to take your training to the next level, using food is going to be a game changer. You're going to get way more reps with their kibble. You're going to make food a fun activity for your dog, and you're gonna build good habits at a much faster pace. Now, the one thing that everyone gets incorrectly is that they give the dog way too much freedom in the beginning. So if you wanna prevent bad habits early, you wanna make sure that you provide daily structure and management, because your dog is learning what they can and cannot do 24/7. And this could be as simple as using a leash indoors, limiting access to rooms, and having direct supervision so you can prevent any bad choices that your dog makes. If you follow these 5 tips, you're definitely gonna be ahead of the game. All right, so let's recap. Let's make sure we crate and potty train our dog so we have minimal messes and your dog also learns to be on their own to prevent future separation anxiety. Number 2, let's make sure we socialize our dog correctly. They do not need to meet random people and dogs, so make sure to avoid dog parks and puppy socials. And number 3, make sure to teach calmness with your dog. Don't overexcite your dog if you want a dog to understand when to be crazy and when not to be. And number 4, food is your friend. Make sure to use food to train your dog. You're gonna get way more reps with this and you're gonna speed up the learning process. And number 5, the final one that takes place every single day is daily structure and management to prevent bad habits from happening and to teach the good ones. And if there's anything else that you need to know, let us know in the comments.